At this World Cup, a referee gave a penalty. A technology worth millions of dollars was supposed to check if it was legal. The technology broke. The penalty stood. 30 countries screamed, and FIFA said, essentially, trust us. Nobody did. Here's the thing. The rule at the center of all of this isn't new. It's over 100 years old, and most people watching cannot actually explain it. Here is exactly how it works. Offside is simple. Deceptively simple. When the ball is played forward, a player cannot be closer to the opponent's goal line than the second to last defender. That almost always means one goalkeeper and one outfield player standing between you and the net. If you're behind that line when the ball is played, you're fine. If you're ahead of it, you're offside. That's the rule. All of it. You've already understood more than most fans will admit to knowing. The rule exists because of greed. Specifically, striker greed. Without offside, you'd just park a player in front of the goalkeeper all game. Hoof the ball over the top, score, repeat. Football would stop being a sport. It would be organized hoofing. Offside forces teams to move together, build play with purpose, and create chances through skill rather than exploitation. It rewards movement. It punishes camping. It makes football worth watching. Whether you appreciate that or not, it happens anyway. Now here's where the money gets involved. For decades, assistant referees judged offside by eye, split-second calls, moving players, millimeter margins. It was a mess. So football introduced VAR, the video assistant referee, where officials reviewed replays and drew blue lines across frozen frames. Then they went further. Semi-automated offside technology. Cameras tracking 29 data points on every player's body in real time, generating a 3D animation of exactly who was where. Millions of dollars, years of development. FIFA called it the future of refereeing. At this World Cup, it crashed. Here's what almost no one is talking about. Even if the technology had worked perfectly, being in an offside position isn't actually the offside offense. A player must be in an offside position and involved in active play. If the ball goes nowhere near you, you're not offside. You're just loitering. The word involved is where human judgment still lives. No camera can remove it. No algorithm can decide it. The machine can tell you exactly where a player's armpit is. It cannot tell you what they were going to do with it. At the 2026 World Cup, during a group stage match, a penalty was awarded despite questions about whether the player who won it was in an offside position beforehand. The semi-automated system failed to generate its confirmation animation. FIFA said the call was correct, but showed no visual evidence. Gary Neville called FIFA's response a dictatorship. Half the internet was furious. The other half was still trying to understand what offside meant. Both groups were confused for different reasons. The offside rule has one job: stop exploitation, and one gray zone: active play. Football has spent a century building increasingly expensive technology to enforce it, and one technical glitch at the biggest tournament in history proved that the rule is still messy, still debated, and still misunderstood by most people shouting about it, including, apparently, some of the people enforcing it. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.